Hello everybody, and welcome back to Certified Collectibles. Today we're going to be answering a question for you guys that we get asked repeatedly over here at the office, and that is, what is the rarest Mario Brothers video game of all time? Now, we talked to our dealer network, we pulled a bunch of sales data from public auctions, and private sales data as well, and we put together a list of where we thought the rarest game would lie. We assumed it'd be in the early Atari releases, for the Atari 2600, 5200, or 7800, or the Nintendo Black Box releases from the mid-80s. Once you get into Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64, GameCube, Wii, all those later release consoles, once you hit the Super Nintendo era, a lot of guys started collecting games around that time, so those are abundant on the market, relatively speaking, to the Black Box Nintendo releases or the early Atari releases. So we knew the rarest game would lie in that group. So we took a look at all the variants for the Atari releases and the Nintendo releases. We're going to discuss those here with you in just a second, and at the very end of this video, we'll show you guys the rarest Mario Brothers video game of all time. So let's take a look. The first Mario Brothers game for the home console hit the market July 1983 for the Atari 2600. This is an incredibly important release. This is not only the first appearance of Mario on a home console game, but it's the first appearance of Luigi, and this set the stage for the modern platformer. Incredibly important game in video game history. Now, the differences in the Atari 2600 versions are easily noticeable at a glance, so we'll just point out the major ones you can easily discern amongst the three variants for the Atari 2600. This here is the first release, 1983. You see the large box art. Mario Brothers has shading behind the Mario Brothers letters, and it has a silver box. If you flip the box over, it'll actually say copyright 1983. The next release came out in 1987 for the Atari 2600. Once again, you have the Atari 2600 logo, much larger this time. The Mario Brothers has been put on a big red banner across the middle of the game, and the artwork has been clipped down to just be on the lower third. Now, in 1989, there was a final release for the Atari 2600. Once again, easily discernible from the other releases. The Atari 2600 logo is still large. Mario Brothers, the font has been changed. It actually now says by Nintendo underneath of it as well. The Atari Advantage sticker has been added to the front of the game. There's more copyright information on the bottom there. And the artwork has been clipped a little bit from how it appeared on the 1987 version. Now, in December of 1983, the same year the game was released for the Atari 2600, Atari also released it for the Atari 5200. Now, this cover is going to be easily discernible from the Atari 2600 game in that it says Atari 5200 in top right. The artwork has been turned to a blue tone instead of a red tone. Other than that, the artwork's pretty much the same, silver box, but it is blue artwork instead of red, easily discernible from the other Atari versions. Now, in July of 1987, the same year that Atari released a version for the Atari 2600, they also released the Atari 7800 version of the game. Now, this artwork is completely different from all the others, easily discernible. Atari 7800, large across the top. The artwork is blue, similar to the 1983 Atari 5200 version, but the artwork's been shrunken down, much smaller. Mario Brothers, white text, easily discernible from all the other releases. So there you have all the releases for Mario Brothers for the Atari home console system. That's Atari 2600, 5200, and 7800. But you have to remember that in 1985, the Nintendo Entertainment System hit the market in North America, and they did start test marketing their version of the Mario Brothers title. Now, for this next portion of the video, we'd like to thank Wada Games and a blog post they did back in 2019, an article compiled by Kenneth Thrower, the chief grader there, where he identified 11 variants of the Black Box Mario title. We're going to go ahead and show you guys all the 11 variants. All the slides used in this particular portion are from that particular article. We did link it in the description below, so go ahead and take a look. We do think it's worth a read. Now, in 1985, the Nintendo Entertainment System hit North America, and they immediately began testing their Mario Brothers video game in October of that same year. The first release of this game, this is considered the first print for the 1985 Black Box release. This was sealed with a matte sticker. There was no cellophane on this early release. This was a test market release, sealed with a matte sticker on top, a large seal of quality, and on the back there was a hang tab. In early 1986, there was only one change made to that initial design, and that was the matte sticker was changed to a gloss sticker. Still no cellophane, still large seal of quality, still a hang tab on the back. This is considered the first print for the 1986 Black Box release. Now, in mid-1986, they changed the sticker seals to cellophane. They started sealing them in cellophane. That is the only change made to the box. Still large seal of quality, still the hang tab on the back, but no longer sticker sealed. Now they are sealed in cellophane. Now, the fourth version of this game was released in late 1986. The only thing added to this game from the previous version was a NES GP stamped to the back cover here, Nintendo Entertainment System Game Pack. This was the only change made from version number 3. In early 1987, this was considered the first print for the 1987 black box release. The only thing changed here from the previous versions was a code was added to the top left of the back cover. Now in mid-1987, there was a 6th release. The only thing added to this from the previous design was that under the Nintendo Entertainment System, there was a TM trademark added. The 7th release, from September 1987 to December 1987, all they did from the previous releases was take off the hang tab. Now the 8th release is going to be one of the more popular ones. This was from January 1988 to 1989. This here was a large seal of quality, but they added the Rev A. So this is considered the Rev A large seal of quality variant. Now the 9th release of this title, once again very popular, one you see in auctions all the time. This was from March 1989 to April 1990. This is when the large seal of quality, the large round seal of quality, was changed to the oval seal of quality with the TM trademark. Now the 10th version of this game, from March 1990 to December 1994, the only change made to this from the previous designs was next to the oval seal of quality there, the TM was changed to the Circle R registered trademark. And finally, the 11th variant for this black box Mario title was March 1990 to December 1994. And the only thing was changed on this version, there was a star added to the inner flap. Of course, you cannot see this if the game is sealed. This is only for CIB versions of the game, but there was a star, promotional copy star, added to the inner flap of the box. So there you have the 11 different variants for the NES Black Box Mario Brothers title. Once again, that was compiled by Kenneth Thrower, chief grader over there at Wada Games. So, out of all those games for the NES and the Atari 2600, 5200, and 7800, which is the rarest Mario Brothers video game of all time? Here it is. The 1989 Mario Brothers release for the Atari 2600. That's right, the Atari 2600 1989 release is by far the rarest Mario Brothers title of all time. We called Wada Games to verify this information. We gave them all our research. They did verify this. There are fewer graded copies of this game that exist than any other Mario title out there. Once again, this is the rarest Mario Brothers game of all time. Now, there's only a handful of these known to exist. Even if this population doubles, it would still be the rarest Mario Brothers title. I know some of you are going to be surprised by this. Some of you think that the test market NES games are the rarest, but we researched it. Wada verified it. This is the rarest Mario Brothers game of all time. 1989 Atari 2600 release. Please drop some comments in the comment section below. Let us know what you guys think. We hope this video was helpful. Give us a thumbs up if you like this video. And as always, please remember to subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Thank you for joining us here at Certified Collectibles, and we'll see you again next time.